So we got a new patch for the 12th of August, 2026. Disclaimer, I already recorded a video about this, but the audio broke, so my entire commentary went to sit now. Anyways, I'm not gonna do a big commentary. Instead, I'm gonna go as fast as possible for every change and what I think about it. Apollo's melee resistance has been reduced on post hits, and their stun duration has been given back to their tier 3, tier 2, and their tier 3 now has more lifesteal, and that means all kind of lifesteal. What this, in my mind, tells me that they want Apollo to melee, or at least try to heavy melee when they stun a target. And they also want him to be more of a frontliner. Billy, base health reduced, regen reduced from 2.5 2.0. This is fine. It's not below 2.0, which is the point where the health regen becomes very low to sustain a laning phase when you have to buy a bunch of green items. This doesn't cure his laning phase. He's fine in that regard. The Billy tier 3 change, where it now, instead of dealing 7% max health damage spirit, now it gives you 10% max HP for 60 seconds. This essentially kills the burst of the character. The character now has basically no spirit burst, because this was now the best burst base abilities in the game. And this is basically why he has gotten so many nerfs. I kind of suspect that maybe they'll slightly buff him in a patch or two, because all of the nerfs we've seen so far were mainly because of the burst damage from this, but other parts of his kit got nerfed. Anyways, Billy nerfed. Billy 10 gang spirit scaling reduced from 1 to 1.7. Again, a slight nerf. Does it really matter? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think we'll see more Billies buying orange items. So, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Dorman's luggage into a walker or into the base has been killed off, because now you get a debuff for when the walker no longer considers luggage card targets as valid targets to trigger the stomp until soon after they dropped off. And same goes for the baits. Now the turrets and the baits wait a little before considering you a valid target if you were moved to a Dorman. Does this mean Dorman kidnapping people has been significantly nerfed, because they can't now one-shot you into the walker. They will still kidnap you, because that's obviously his thing, but it won't be as effective, and it will require more skill and expression by the Dorman for better map positioning on the doors and their own gameplay. Drifted Spirit Range reduced from 1.1 to 1.5 Spirit Range. There's more damage almost as Yamato's first ability. It's easier to hit. This makes full sense, especially with that it can do a heavy melee at max. Now obviously Yamato's one is the highest damaging abilities in the game, but still this is really good. So it getting a slight spirit nerf makes sense. Stalker's cooldown increased by 2 seconds from 24-26, and Stalker's mark tier 2 reduced from 12 seconds to 10. This is basically a 4-second nerf to Drifter's Stalker mark. Holiday is the big one that got a big change. Powder Keg now does half its damage immediately and half over 3 seconds as damage over time burn. Same overall damage, multiple instances can stack. Now, here's the thing. This basically makes it so that Holiday can buy escalating exposure very early in the match and take almost full value out of it. Is this a nerf? This is pretty much a very big nerf, especially that you can just buy debuff remover and you just remove it. So, I mean, it might need to be buffed a little bit, but yeah, you basically have AoE Civ knives kinda, but they are much harder to hit and have like a small instantaneous damage, like not small, half of its damage. So if your keg is doing 400 damage, it will do 200 damage on impact, and the other 200 damage is gonna be done in a damage over time effect in 3 seconds. Ivy Stone Form, tier 3 reduced from 1 second to 0.75. Good. Ivy Stone Form is very good ability. It's like one of the best utility abilities, CC abilities in the game. I've still seen some Echo Sword Ivies, even if it isn't really as good anymore. I'm completely fine. Last fall of range reduced from 20 meters to 20 meters to 28, up to 28 meters to 18 to 54 meters. This is a nerf to hybrid last, or like the gun style last you've seen. I don't agree with it. He's not even that like more viable. It's just that people, for some reason, after the item rework, really dislike hybrid last. I don't know why. But yeah, this is a nerf to hybrid last. McGinnis is one of the best. She is the best character in the game right now, and basically they nerfed every aspect of her kit. Her bullet damage and growth has been reduced by 5%, which is a lot, considering she also bought intensifying mag. So that's a nerf to that. Spirit resist per boon has been reduced from 0.025% to 0.35%. Mini targets no longer shoot heroes on zip lines. Huge, absolute huge. Considering she's the only character that essentially has a dot that can do damage on a zipline, and not do, but make you fall on a zipline. All dot damage over time effects were had their ability to make you fall from a zipline removed in 2024. Many turrets no longer have 80% decaying resist for the first 6 seconds, but now instead have increased health from 90 plus 7 per 7 point per boon to 100 plus 9 per boon. Enormous nerf to turrets. I think you can just kill him in one heavy melee. No, not one, but like depends on at the time of the match, but probably like a couple at most. Bad math. Tiers medicinal spectre tier 1 no longer grants spirit resistance 40%, but now grants 1.55 duration. Enormous nerf. Having a tier 1 be a tier 3 item essentially, it's crazy. And like medicinal spectre tier 3 longer increased duration by 1.5 seconds, but now tier 2 now increases the spirit resistance by 40. I don't think you're maxing medicinal spectre to begin with at the very start, so this is a huge nerf to her and slows her significantly. Plot armor weapon damage scaling increased from 1.2 to 1.3. This is because Page's first ability has been buffed a lot. It does a lot of lane shoving, but people do not really take advantage of the plot armor, and I think this is just to make people. This is just like, I think Venator will like this change with the Page, but to be fair, I think Page is just really good in Venator to begin with. 7 lightning bow radius increase from 1.5 to 1.75. Okay, it might increase his farming speed. I don't think it can. I think it's going to be better in like less tight spaces, and that's about it. Next, Vindicta Stake tier 1 reduced from 65 damage to 45. I don't know. I didn't think this did a lot of damage to begin with, but I guess it does a lot of burst. Viper Petrifying Bola radius increased from 8 meters to 12 meters, and Petrifying Bola duration increased from 2 seconds to 2.2 seconds. These are very small buffs to Viper that just they better her abilities to contest mid-boss if she's in a team. Raid full card. Raid is next to McGinnis as being the best character in the game, but her gun damage is pretty bad. So they've nerfed her card, 3 card spirit scaling. Reduce from 1 to 0.75. You've probably seen a lot of raids actually by leech and russet because of the healing of this ability. Raid 4 out to TSP scaling reduced from 1.6 to 1.045. I think I'm not sure how much this will be enough. I think raid is still going to be really good, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. I lost the last video. I'm not in the mood for. I got my mood ruined. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye.